A lot of attention on the United HealthCare CEO, Brian Thompson, who was walking to a shareholders meeting yesterday morning in Midtown Manhattan, and he got gunned down. And they still have a suspect at large. No one knows who he is, where he is, what his motivation was. But this just breaking from Charlie Gasparino of Fox Business Network that New York City Police Department sources are saying that artificial intelligence is going to play a big role in nailing the ID of the gunman who killed the United Health CEO. They share here, and Charlie notes, that his mask didn't totally cover his face, and bone structure was showing through the rest of it, and that AI will come up with a pretty clear match, they believe. Now, catching him is another story. The guy might have been on a one-way flight to Moscow an hour after the act. I mean, I can't imagine he's in the country. If he is, then he's even dumber than I thought he was. But he's obviously still at large. But the fact that AI is going to play a role in potentially nailing the idea of this guy is fascinating. Now, what we also know is that there was a possible message engraved on live rounds and shell casings that were left behind. They appear to include the words deny, depose, and defend. Now, those words are strikingly similar to a 2010 book condemning the insurance business. Delay, deny, defend. Why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it. The book is written by a guy named Jay Feinman. So I don't know if there's a direct connection there, but certainly there are many on social media who have zero sympathy for Brian Thompson, and that in and of itself is sad. Now, I know the insurance industry is very jacked up. I mean, your premiums probably went up this year. My premiums went up this year. It's a screwed up industry that's gotten worse since the government got involved in it. But if you go on X, you go on TikTok, and I don't want to assume the political leanings of a lot of these people, but I'll just put it this way. I'm not seeing a lot of, air quotes, right-wingers on here saying, well, you know, it's too bad the guy's dead, but we hate the insurance industry. No one, regardless of their political leanings, really likes the insurance industry. But here's the thing. We were told that when Obamacare got passed, it was going to be great for all of us. We were going to be in a place where, insurance was going to get so much better. It was going to be cheaper. Well, the opposite has happened. Total opposite. The average U.S. family health insurance premium, and this is the story here. I mean, along with, of course, following where the shooter is. But the average U.S. family health insurance premium in 2000 was $6,000. In 2022, it was $22,000. That is a 250% increase since 2000. 6% a year. U.S. inflation has increased on average 2.5-3% a year. But the U.S. family health insurance premium has more than doubled the average rate of insurance. Meantime, when you look at some of the profits, obviously the profits are bigger today than they were 12 years ago. Cigna, Aetna, Humana, United Health, they are massively larger than they were 12 years ago due to, in large part, mergers and acquisitions and also a new love interest, the government. In 2010, the companies took in a combined total of $245 billion in revenue. Last year, that number had more than quadrupled to $1.1 trillion. The Big Six insurers' profits have soared along with their revenues. Last year, they made $61 billion in profits compared to $16.9 billion in 2010. The more the government gets involved in anything, the worse that product or service is going to be. It is proven time and time again. And there is so much to dig up, and we will do it in the days ahead when it comes to how, because I think this story matters from this angle, how Obamacare and how the government's role in the healthcare industry has actually made insurance worse for everybody. The prices have skyrocketed, but the companies have made a fortune. That's a story to follow.